Deep beneath our feet, a hidden world lies untouched by time and turmoil, a world known only to a few and yet whispered about by many. What if I told you that an ancient civilization, more advanced than anything we've known, still exists beneath the Earth's surface? The hollow Earth theory, the story of Agartha, and the countless legends of underground realms, they're more than just myths. They hold truths long buried by history. Why do these stories persist across cultures, from the distant East to the deserts of the West? How could ancient civilizations like the Lemurians, Atlanteans, and others have survived cataclysmic events, retreating into the depths of the Earth? And more intriguingly, what if they still remain hidden from us today, waiting for the right moment to emerge? In this video, we will uncover the truth behind these ancient legends. You'll journey with me through the mysteries of Agartha, the hollow Earth, and hidden civilizations, exploring not just their existence, but the profound lessons they hold for us today. We will dive into sacred mountains, secret tunnels beneath the Himalayas, and the unexplained anomalies found in Antarctica, uncovering why these places are seen as gateways to a hidden world. But here's the most shocking part. What if we're not ready to understand the secrets that lie beneath? Can humanity handle the truth, or are we too consumed by power and greed to see the light beneath the surface? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Do you believe there is a hidden world beneath us? Like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more, because the deeper we go, the closer we get to unlocking the greatest mystery of all. The hidden civilization of Agartha, a glimpse into a lost world. Imagine a world that exists beneath our very feet, a hidden kingdom called Agartha. It is a world not bound by the limitations of our own surface, but a realm that thrives in harmony, untouched by war, greed, or the chaos that dominates our world. This is no simple myth, no mere fairy tale told to scare children, but a story echoed across ancient cultures and religions, passed down through generations, speaking of a civilization whose knowledge and peace far exceed anything we've seen on the surface. The story of Agartha is deeply entwined with the legend of the survivors from Atlantis and Lemuria, two ancient civilizations that, according to some beliefs, retreated into the Earth to escape great cataclysms that destroyed their surface worlds. These ancient beings, whether they were wise philosophers, spiritually advanced societies, or technologically enlightened peoples, went underground, choosing to hide in order to protect themselves and their knowledge from the corrupting forces of the outside world. What we learn from these stories is not just about ancient civilizations, it's about the lessons they carry with them. The people of Agartha are said to live in harmony with nature, deeply connected to spiritual forces and guided by the principles of wisdom. They represent the potential of what humanity can achieve when freed from the shackles of war and ego. We see echoes of this in the most sacred texts, where the true power lies not in conquest but in balance, love, and peace. This is a profound reminder for us. We live in a world constantly craving power, yet true strength is found in peace and understanding. Consider the possibility that we too have the ability to live in a more balanced and harmonious world. We are often so caught up in the race for material wealth, recognition, and control over others that we forget the simplest yet most powerful truths. The story of Agartha calls us to reconsider our priorities and the way we live. Could it be that if we too embraced wisdom, love, and spiritual growth, we could unlock a similar peace in our world? It's a thought that challenges us, questions our current path, and opens up possibilities of healing that are desperately needed in today's turbulent times. Agartha's concept of a peaceful, enlightened society teaches us that perhaps the greatest gift we can give to the world is to look inward, not for more power or riches, but for understanding, compassion, and the ability to harmonize with the world around us. Could this be the secret that humanity has lost? only to find again in our pursuit of wisdom? It makes us question how much of our modern-day suffering could be healed by embracing the teachings of a civilization that lived in perfect harmony with their surroundings. We often look outward for solutions, seeking quick fixes, technological advancements, and external rewards. But what if the answer lies within? What if, just like Agartha, we need to return to an inner wisdom, a place of balance and peace, in order to unlock the true potential of humanity? This is not a fantasy. It is a call to rediscover our own hidden wisdom, just as those in Agartha might have rediscovered theirs, deep beneath the surface of the earth. Let us hold this thought close. What would it take for us to build a world that mirrors the wisdom and peace Agartha is said to have achieved? What lessons can we learn from them to apply to our own lives? And perhaps most importantly, what kind of world could we create if we embraced these truths and built a society based not on domination, but on mutual respect, peace, and spiritual unity? The Journey of Saint-Yves d'Alvedre, introducing Agartha to the Western world. The story of Agartha wouldn't be as deeply embedded in Western thought without the efforts of one man, Alexandre Saint-Yves d'Alvedre. A French writer and visionary of the 19th century, Saint-Yves introduced Agartha to the West, and in doing so, he ignited a fire that would continue to burn through occult and mystical circles for generations. His book, Mission of India in Europe, published in 1886, was a pivotal moment in the history of Agartha's legend. It was Saint-Yves who first described Agartha as a vast, hidden underground world, home to a civilization that had endured through the ages, untouched by the destruction that had ravaged the surface of the earth. But how did he know about Agartha? Saint-Yves himself claimed that his knowledge came through spiritual teachings and mystical experiences, particularly from a mysterious Eastern teacher named Haji Sharif. Through astral projection and deep spiritual journeys, Saint-Yves believed he was able to visit this hidden world and communicate with its inhabitants. It is through this connection with Agartha that Saint-Yves also uncovered what he believed was the ultimate secret. The hidden knowledge that Agartha contained was not just a path to technological advancements, but a deeper spiritual wisdom that could change the course of human history. What we learn from Saint-Yves' story is more than just the introduction of Agartha to the West. It is a reminder that spiritual knowledge is not always found in the ordinary ways. Sometimes the most profound truths come not through traditional learning or external sources, but through spiritual experiences that transcend the physical world. Saint-Yves' mystical journey encourages us to think beyond the limits of what we see with our eyes, to consider that perhaps there is more to reality than we can perceive in the material world. Saint-Yves' message was clear. Agartha was a place of profound wisdom, a civilization that had long ago learned the value of balance between science, politics, and spirituality. The system of synarchy, which he described, represented a model where these three forces worked together in harmony, rather than being at odds, as we often see in the chaos of modern governance. In this ideal society, there is no room for greed or corruption. Instead, everything is aligned with a higher purpose, a purpose that serves not only the people of Agartha, but the planet itself. In a world that often seems driven by division, competition, and conflict, Saint-Yves' vision of Agartha provides us with a glimpse of what could be. His journey into the depths of the earth, both physically and spiritually, serves as a reminder that the most profound discoveries often lie beyond the surface. His message calls us to look within ourselves, to connect with deeper truths, and to build a society that prioritizes peace, wisdom, and understanding. The real question we must ask ourselves is, if such knowledge exists, are we open to receiving it? Do we have the courage to embrace wisdom as Saint-Yves did and transcend the limitations that have held humanity back for so long? The world of Agartha, as described by Saint-Yves, offers us more than just a mythical land beneath the earth. It offers a blueprint for a world that we can build, one that aligns with higher spiritual truths, where peace and wisdom reign above all else. Just as Saint-Yves was called to uncover the hidden mysteries of the earth, we too are called to uncover the hidden wisdom within ourselves. It is a journey that requires faith, openness, and the willingness to believe that the world we see is not the only reality. In the story of Agartha, we are reminded that the path to enlightenment may not always be easy, but it is a path worth pursuing, for in it lies the potential for true peace and understanding. The unseen realms beneath our feet, a pattern across time and cultures. Across the ages, many cultures from the east to the west have spoken of hidden realms beneath the earth. These myths are not isolated, but rather they echo in ways that seem too coincidental to ignore. The concept of underground civilizations, secret worlds filled with wisdom and peace, resonates in the oldest texts of the world, each culture speaking of them in different terms, yet all pointing to a common theme. This is not just a question of legend, it's a call to examine the very fabric of human consciousness and our connection to the earth itself. In Hindu and Buddhist cosmology, we find references to places like Patala and Shambhala, realms beneath the earth that are not places of suffering, but instead places of beauty, life, and spiritual growth. Patala, in particular, is said to be a world full of jewels, palaces, and forests, inhabited by beings like the Nagas, serpent-like deities of great wisdom and spiritual power. These stories are not mere fantasy, but reflections of a deeper truth, that there are places, energies, and knowledge beneath the surface that we are not yet ready to fully understand. The ancient texts speak of Mount Meru, a sacred mountain considered the center of all things, a cosmic axis that holds the balance of the universe. But what lies beneath it is just as significant. Beneath Meru, according to some teachings, there is a world of divine beings and advanced knowledge. These ideas were not isolated to one culture, but are shared across vast distances. The same idea of sacred underground realms appears in the teachings of the Tibetan monks who speak of hidden caves, secret tunnels, and sacred water palaces that connect them to other realms. The question is not whether these places exist, but why they are so often mentioned and revered. Take, for instance, the Hopi people of North America, who tell stories of their ancestors being guided to safety by the ant people during times of great destruction. These people, believed to have come from the underground, taught the Hopi how to survive, store food, and live in harmony with nature. The legend of the ant people is a striking parallel to many other cultures that speak of beings or civilizations that once lived beneath the earth, only to emerge when humanity is ready to learn from them. This recurring theme of guidance from underground realms raises an important question. What lessons are we missing by not paying attention to these ancient stories? These myths and stories are not just fantastical tales, they are teachings. They remind us that there is wisdom in looking beyond what we can see and touch, to consider that the deepest truths about life may not be found in the material world, but in the hidden dimensions beneath it. If these civilizations and realms existed, what kind of wisdom could they offer? How can we apply this wisdom in our own lives, in our own communities, to create a world that is more connected, more peaceful, and more aligned with the higher truths that these ancient peoples understood? These teachings ask us to reconsider our current way of living. We are so focused on the external world, on the chase for wealth, power, and success, that we forget the internal realms that hold the true power to transform our lives. Just as the ancient civilizations under the earth thrived in balance and peace, so too can we create a life that is rooted in inner peace, wisdom, and connection with the earth. But this requires us to look beyond the surface, to recognize that there is much more to the world than what we can physically see. Let these ancient teachings be a reminder that the most profound truths are often hidden, waiting to be discovered by those who are willing to look deeper. What would happen if we embraced the wisdom of the underground, not just as a mythical concept, but as a real path toward healing and transformation? The pattern across time and cultures speaks to something universal within the human soul, a yearning for something greater, something deeper than the noise of the world. The Hollow Earth Theory. From myth to reality, the Hollow Earth Theory has fascinated explorers, scientists, and dreamers for centuries. It posits that the Earth is not a solid sphere, but rather a vast hollow space with its own ecosystems, possibly even inhabited by advanced civilizations. While modern science largely dismisses this theory, it remains an intriguing concept, one that connects deeply with the myths of Agartha and other hidden realms beneath our feet. But why does this theory persist, even in the face of scientific evidence to the contrary? The idea of a hollow Earth dates back to the 17th century, when renowned astronomer Edmund Halley suggested that the Earth might be composed of concentric shells, each spinning at different speeds. He believed there could be life beneath the Earth's surface, perhaps even glowing vegetation and other signs of advanced ecosystems. His theory was based on the anomalous behavior of the Earth's magnetic field and the possibility of air pockets between the Earth's layers. While Halley's theory was largely debunked, it opened the door for more speculative ideas. In the 19th century, John Cleves Symmes Jr. further popularized the notion of a hollow Earth, claiming that there were large openings at the North and South Poles that led to vast inner worlds. His vision captured the imagination of many, leading to numerous expeditions in search of these alleged entrances. Though these expeditions found nothing, the idea of a hollow Earth continued to thrive in the world of the occult and conspiracy theorists. In the early 20th century, Marshall Gardner took the hollow Earth theory even further, proposing that the Earth was entirely hollow, with a central sun that provided warmth and light to an inner ecosystem. Gardner's vision of a lush inner world filled with plant and animal life would be a paradise untouched by the destruction and chaos of the outside world. His theories also introduced the concept that gravity inside the Earth works differently, with everything being pulled toward the inner surface of the Earth rather than toward a central core. This radical idea painted a picture of a world where time flows differently and where everything is lighter and more fluid. The hollow Earth theory raises an important question. What if there is truth to the idea that beneath the surface of the Earth lies a vast, hidden world? Could this be the ultimate mystery, one that has been hidden from humanity for centuries, awaiting discovery? The persistence of this theory speaks to something deep within us, the desire to uncover hidden truths and explore the mysteries of the world that are beyond our current understanding. It is a reminder that there are still great mysteries to be solved, secrets to be unlocked, and truths to be discovered, if only we dare to look beyond the surface. While modern science may dismiss the hollow Earth theory as fiction, there are still many unexplained phenomena that keep this theory alive in the hearts of those who believe. The strange anomalies near the poles, the magnetic disturbances, and the mysterious disappearances of explorers all fuel the imagination and keep the idea of a hidden world alive. Perhaps, as with so many other legends, the truth is not as far-fetched as it seems. The question is not whether the Earth is hollow, but why we continue to seek out the answers to these ancient mysteries. What does this pursuit say about us as human beings? What do we hope to find? And how will the discovery of hidden realms beneath the Earth change the way we see the world? The hollow Earth theory, much like the legend of Agartha, calls us to explore the unseen, to look beyond the limitations of our current understanding, and to embrace the possibility that there is more to the world than meets the eye. It challenges us to think bigger, to ask deeper questions, and to seek answers in places we have long overlooked. In the search for the hidden worlds beneath our feet, we may find the answers to questions we didn't even know we were asking. And perhaps in doing so, we will discover the wisdom and peace that these ancient civilizations have been guarding all along. The secret entrances to Agartha, from the Himalayas to Antarctica. Throughout history, humanity has whispered of hidden doors, entrances to realms far beyond our understanding. One such entrance is believed to lie beneath the sacred Himalayas, a towering barrier between earth and the heavens. Mount Kailash, revered by Buddhists, Hindus, and Jains, is said to be the most sacred of all mountains. But what if there is more to its significance than simply being a holy site for pilgrimage? What if, beneath the snow-covered peaks, there is a secret doorway to Agartha itself? The legends of Mount Kailash speak of an entrance hidden deep within its rocky embrace, guarded by those who possess the wisdom to protect it. This isn't a place easily reached. Only those deemed spiritually worthy are said to find the path. The ancient texts suggest that the peak of Kailash is not just a mountain, but a living entity, a guardian of knowledge and secrets too powerful for the unprepared. The stories from the Tibetan monks who guard this sacred space hint at tunnels, secret shrines, and hidden paths that lead to an ancient underground world, a place where the secrets of the earth are kept in eternal peace. This notion of secret entrances to other worlds is not confined to the mystical texts of the East. It is reflected in many cultures worldwide. In the Americas, the ancient Sumerians, and across Europe, stories speak of gates to other realms hidden in the most unlikely of places, under mountains, beneath ancient pyramids, and even beneath the ice-covered wastelands of Antarctica. If these stories are true, then why is the world so keen to keep these entrances hidden? Why are these places so carefully guarded by spiritual traditions and secret societies? The significance of these hidden doors goes beyond simple mystery. They carry with them a profound lesson. The path to wisdom, peace, and enlightenment is not always easy to find. It requires more than just the will to search. It demands purity of heart and spirit. The entrance to Agartha, wherever it may lie, is a metaphor for the deeper journey within ourselves. Just as we cannot access these sacred places without readiness, we cannot unlock the most profound truths of our existence without first preparing our hearts and minds. It is not enough to simply desire wisdom. We must be willing to transform ourselves to receive it. Perhaps we are drawn to these stories because, deep down, we all yearn for a place of peace, a place where the tumult of the world can be silenced. We live in a time where noise, conflict, and chaos reign, and yet the idea of hidden worlds, places untouched by greed and destruction, calls to us. It is a reminder that peace is not an external force, but something we must cultivate within. The entrance to Agartha, like the hidden doors within ourselves, is waiting to be unlocked. But are we ready to walk through it? The spiritual preparation. Are we ready for Agartha? If the legends are to be believed, the knowledge and wisdom of Agartha are not meant for the faint of heart. They are reserved for those who have walked the path of spiritual purification, who have trained their minds, hearts, and souls to resonate with the higher frequencies of the universe. This is not a gift that can be given to anyone at will. It must be earned. This idea is present in many of the world's ancient teachings. The Buddha, in his quest for enlightenment, spent years in meditation, cleansing his mind of the distractions of the world before he was able to attain true wisdom. Similarly, the great spiritual leaders throughout history have taught that knowledge, especially of the sacred and divine, must be sought with humility and grace. The gates of Agartha are said to be no different. They will only open to those who have prepared themselves spiritually to enter. In modern life, it is easy to forget the value of inner preparation. We are constantly bombarded with distractions, social media, work pressures, family obligations, often losing sight of what truly matters. We chase after material possessions, success, and fleeting pleasures, only to find that they leave us hollow and unfulfilled. In many ways, the desire to uncover hidden truths, like those of Agartha, reflects a deeper longing for inner peace and understanding. Yet, the story of Agartha reminds us that we must first learn to live in harmony with ourselves before we can fully grasp the greater mysteries of the world. Think about the teachings of many ancient civilizations. They tell us that peace begins within. In Agartha, the inhabitants are said to live in perfect harmony with nature and the spiritual forces of the universe. They are not simply passive observers of the world, they are active participants in its creation. The way they live, rooted in balance, compassion, and wisdom, serves as a powerful reminder that our external circumstances are often a reflection of our inner state. The question we must ask ourselves is, are we truly ready to receive the knowledge of Agartha? Are we ready to face the challenges that come with awakening to the deeper truths of our existence? The path to Agartha and to the higher wisdom it offers is not an easy one. It requires us to shed our attachments to the material world, to let go of the ego, and to approach life with an open heart. It asks us to become humble enough to learn from the earth, to listen to its rhythms, and to respect its wisdom. And most importantly, it requires us to be willing to embrace the unknown with faith and trust. The story of Agartha is ultimately a call to spiritual awakening. It is a reminder that the greatest treasures are not found in the external world, but within ourselves. The journey to unlock the secrets of Agartha is the same as the journey within. It is a quest to find peace, wisdom, and balance in a world that often seems to have lost its way. But just as the gates of Agartha are said to be guarded, so too is the wisdom we seek protected by the need for inner readiness. The real question is not whether we can find the hidden realms beneath the earth, but whether we are willing to prepare ourselves spiritually to truly understand what lies hidden beneath the surface of our lives. The path to Agartha is a path of transformation. It challenges us to step out of our comfort zones, to face our deepest fears, and to walk the path of enlightenment with courage and grace. As we explore the mysteries of the earth, we must remember that the greatest journey is the one that leads inward. The wisdom of Agartha may be hidden from the world, but it is available to all who seek it with an open heart and mind. The question is, are we ready to find it? As we come to the end of this journey through the hidden realms beneath our feet, the stories and legends of Agartha, the hollow earth, and the secret civilizations tucked away from our eyes are not just tales from the past. They are profound lessons that speak directly to the deepest parts of our souls. The wisdom of Agartha, a civilization that is said to live in perfect harmony with nature and the spiritual forces of the universe, calls out to us in a world that often feels disjointed, divided, and overwhelmed by chaos. Perhaps it's not just about discovering a hidden world beneath the earth. Perhaps it's about unlocking the hidden wisdom within ourselves, a wisdom that can guide us toward peace, balance, and a greater understanding of who we are and what we are meant to become. The legends of Agartha are more than just stories of underground cities or forgotten civilizations. They are a mirror reflecting our deepest desires for harmony, healing, and enlightenment. In a world where we constantly seek external solutions, these ancient teachings remind us that the answers we are looking for may lie not in the world around us, but within the depths of our own hearts. Like the inhabitants of Agartha, we are all capable of living in balance, of tuning ourselves to the higher frequencies of love, wisdom, and spiritual awareness. We may not have access to secret tunnels or hidden kingdoms beneath the earth, but the true treasure, the true wisdom, is already within us, waiting to be unlocked. It's easy to feel lost in the noise of our modern lives. We chase after success, wealth, and recognition. But in doing so, we often lose sight of the things that truly matter: connection, peace, love, and spiritual growth. The idea of Agartha offers us a powerful reminder that the path to true happiness and fulfillment is not one of external conquest, but of inner awakening. It calls us to turn inward, to listen to the whispers of our hearts, and to live in alignment with the wisdom that resides deep within. But even as we look inward, the story of Agartha urges us to connect with something greater than ourselves, a higher purpose, a deeper truth. It calls us to open our hearts to the possibility that there is a world of peace and wisdom waiting for us, a world that is not hidden in the farthest reaches of the earth, but in the quiet spaces within ourselves. The entrance to Agartha may be hidden, but the path to spiritual awakening is open to all who seek it with humility and love. As we continue our journey through life, let us remember that the greatest treasures are not material possessions or external achievements, but the wisdom we cultivate within, the peace we bring to the world, and the love we share with others. Just as Agartha represents a world of perfect harmony, so too can we create that world within ourselves. The wisdom of Agartha is not just for the lucky few. It is a reminder that the true path to enlightenment lies within our reach, waiting for us to open our hearts and minds to its possibilities. If this video has brought value to your soul, if it has helped you find light in the darkest of days, I invite you to share a little energy with me so I can continue creating content that shares the Word of God and inspires others on their spiritual journey. Your support, no matter how small, is invaluable to me and helps keep this mission alive. Together we can continue to spread wisdom, love, and peace to all corners of the world. Every little contribution, every kind word, every moment of support helps keep the light burning bright. Thank you from the bottom of my heart for being a part of this community. If you felt this message resonate with you, if it brought clarity to your heart, please consider liking and subscribing to the channel. Your support allows me to share more messages of hope, truth, and spiritual growth. And don't forget to comment below. What are your thoughts on the hidden wisdom of Agartha? Do you believe there are secrets beneath our feet waiting to be unlocked? Share your perspective, and let's continue this conversation, exploring the mysteries of life and spirit together. May we all walk this path in peace, love, and enlightenment.